The topic of nutrition is an absolute minefield, and it's no surprise most people are completely confused and overwhelmed by all the conflicting information out there. And that is because there are so many fitfluencers, nutrition gurus trying to push their one particular method, saying everyone must try low carb, this, that. And as a result, most people get completely overwhelmed and they either just cut their calories, white knuckle it and hope for the best, or they end up jumping from one strategy to another, never able to stick to anything long enough to see any tangible result. Truth is, there isn't one tool, one strategy that works for every situation. The same tool that you can use Monday to Thursday when you're in routine, at home with the kids or at work, isn't the same tool that you're going to need for a big family dinner or weekends away or holidays. So we want to have a variety of tools in our toolbox that you can pull out at different times. That is how you create a flexible nutrition plan that ebbs and flows with the realities of your life, that reduces the friction between the goals you want to achieve and the life you want to live. Because yes, you want to burn fat, but you don't want to do it at the expense of not being able to have big family dinners or go on weekends away or holidays without feeling like you have to track your calories because you're going to fall off plan. In today's video, I'm going to share two of the most powerful strategies that you can start implementing today that make sticking to that calorie deficit number as easy as possible and put fat loss on easy mode. Before we kick off, it's really important to understand what a calorie actually is. Calorie is just a unit of energy, and we consume calories to burn and go about our daily tasks, or we store those calories as fat. So someone with a lot of fat is just someone with a lot of stored energy. To successfully lose weight, you need to be eating in a negative energy balance. That's a calorie deficit. It's where you consume less calories than you burn on average in a day. Now, in order for a method, a diet strategy to successfully work, it has to adhere to the law of energy balance. If it doesn't adhere to the law of energy balance, calories in versus calories out, it will not work. That's why you hear some people say, I tried keto. It's absolutely amazing. It's because they were in a negative energy balance. They were eating in a calorie deficit. And then some people say, I tried keto. It didn't work at all. They were not in a negative energy balance. They were not in a calorie deficit. So once we've understood the fundamental principle of fat loss, we then want to pick the tools, the strategies that make sticking to that calorie deficit number as easy as possible. Nutrition strategy number one, bunch your calories around the times where you tend to get most hungry, cravings at the highest, or willpower seems to be at its lowest. For me, that's the evenings, and I like to have big family dinners. And if that's you, the worst thing you can do is stretch your calories throughout the day, because either you're going to white knuckle your way through it, go to bed hungry, which sucks, or you're going to overeat anyway and then have that negative knock-on effect. Oh, it was so good during the day. Why did I let myself down? It's setting yourself up for failure. If you know you tend to overeat in the evenings, backload your calories for the evenings. So for me, I have 16 hours of fasting and then I have an 8-hour eating window. I'll break my fast around 1 o'clock with something around 500 calories, and then I'll have a snack around 250 calories when I start to get hungry, and then I'll have the majority of my calories around 1,000 for dinner. So I can have a big family dinner and then I can go to bed feeling full, feeling satiated, feeling satisfied. Meal timing is an absolute myth. It doesn't matter if you consume 6 small meals a day or 1. And if that's the case, build your calories around the time where you tend to get hungry, give yourself more wiggle room and set yourself up for success. That is how you make this process as easy as possible. So it's no surprise that managing your hunger and craving directly relates to how successful your fat loss journey is. And as a result, I like to use what I call the flexible dieting protocol, where I set aside some of my daily calories for the things that I crave or for the things that I enjoy. Because there is nothing worse than trying to white knuckle your way through cravings, trying to demonize foods, telling yourself you can't have something, because guess what? It's human nature. When you say you can't have something, you want it even more. So I like to set aside 10 to 20% of my daily calories for the things I enjoy. For me, I like to have Terry's chocolate orange, Aero bubbles. If I've set aside the calories for that, I don't get that negative knock-on effect of falling off plan. There's nothing worse than not allowing yourself to have it and then nibbling anyway and then end up overeating. That has a massively negative knock-on effect. So if you're craving something, incorporate it into your calories. And there it is, guys, 2 strategies that you can start implementing today. Remember, there isn't one tool, one strategy that works for every situation. The goal is having a variety of tools in your toolbox that you can pull out at different times that make sticking to that calorie deficit number as easy as possible.